What's going on YouTube? Three Sons RC coming back at you with another bench video. Now today we're going to be talking about tires. Now tires are central and focus point of pretty much any basher, right? It's the struggle of keeping these things together, maintained, and repairing, just because they can get kind of expensive. And if you're bashing hard on your rig, you can go through and tear through some tires pretty quickly if you're not knowing what you're doing. Now, I have a video that talks a little bit about venting your tires. Check that out if you like. Make sure your tires are vented. Make sure you get all the water out of your tires. But this is gonna be for normal repairs and actually some extreme repairs and maintenance we're gonna be talking about today. So if you like how-tos, tricks, tips, reviews, and bashing, we do some crazy bashing too, so check out videos, like, comment, subscribe, appreciate that. But today we're gonna be doing some maintenance on some tires, just because this is a great opportunity to go through some things that if you're new to the hobby, or even intermediate, some things that I've kind of learned along the way that I think might be helpful to y'all. So stay tuned. We're gonna go through some really bad rips here and how to repair these, because these happen, right? And then just how to inspect your tires and how to repair them. So what do you need for this job? Obviously some isopropyl alcohol. You're gonna repair your, clean your tires up beforehand with a clean rag. You need your tires, huh? Right? And then obviously you need some IC 2000. I like this better than just your standard CA glue. This is rubberized and toughened. It has carbon built into it, so it really grips onto the tires well. And I've actually had great success with this. I picked this up at Hobbytown, so support your local hobby store. Dave down in Augusta, appreciate y'all. So first we're gonna go through basic tire maintenance. So what you wanna do is clean your tires up really good before you actually start doing any type of gluing. So I've done that for the most part, but let me kind of show you what my process is when I actually go through and try to clean my tires, or when I go through and inspect my tires. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of just push along the edges and see if the tire is separating. Now this is good to do after every bash, or maybe after every other bash. I suggest doing it after every bash, but if you don't have time, I get it. You're just gonna see if it's pulling away. Now that tire's good there. You're looking for separation. You're looking for any type of way it's pulling. So you can see it's right there. It's kind of pulling away a little bit. And there's also a lot of dirt down in there. So if I want to repair that area, I'm gonna need to clean that area first. So I'm gonna grab my isopropyl alcohol, dab it on there. And I suggest using a white cloth so you can really see what you're doing and see what you're cleaning out of there. And you're gonna really grind that in there and get all that dirt out. And then you just gotta let it dry, because you don't want the surface to be dirty. And you can just keep inspecting. This one's really not that bad, not at all, because I've actually gone and glued these a couple times, or at least one time I ran a bead around here when I first got them. And yeah, that's just that same spot right there. So we'll come back and hit that. So I'll put that off to the side, knowing that I will hit that in a little bit. I'm gonna put the crazy one off, and we're gonna do that at the end. This is just the maintenance portion. So if you don't care about the maintenance stuff, go ahead and fast forward a little. I'll clip some of the pulling parts out. Here's another spot. See, there's all sorts of dirt in there. Get as much of the dirt out as you can, that crack. And that's what I'm gonna repair on that one. So I'll put that one off to the side, and then I'll check this one. Now this one had a tear right here that I kind of repaired already. I'm gonna have to touch that up again. Yeah, let me touch that up again. If you look closely, you can see this one, I don't know if that's coming up on camera, has a little bit of a tear up top. And that right there, you're asking for issues right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean that out a little bit, and I'm gonna get some CA, get some of this glue in there that will hold it together, hopefully, so it doesn't decide to tear apart. Because when you're starting to run your truck pretty hard, got the punch setting all turned up, got a lot of horsepower going through these things. It's about as clean as you could ask for it, right there. You can see that tear actually almost goes completely through the tire. If I didn't catch this, this is probably gonna rip through next time. All right, so now we're gonna start with this tiny repair we got right here. Just a little rip, but you can see it actually goes through the tire almost completely. So next time out, if I didn't repair this, chances are this is gonna completely rip loose. Now, should I have gloves on? Yeah, I probably should, but I don't mind getting this stuff on me a little bit. You just kind of peel it off later, not a big deal. All right, so you're gonna take your IC 2000, you're gonna squirt some in there, and you're gonna spread it apart really good. And kind of open and close it a couple times. Make sure it's worked its way in there. And then you just leave it. Now what I'll do sometimes is, if I see it's kind of separating, this one's really not, but what I'll do is I'll just kind of hit it with a bead. Just a small bead around the edge of the tire. I'm kind of doing this unnecessarily. I'm just kind of showing you what I do. Kind of hit it with a nice solid bead. Use the tip to kind of work it into the corners. And you're just hitting up the area where the plastic hits the rubber. And if there's any areas that are kind of separated slightly, you'll just kind of pull out the tire a little bit to separate it. And then the glue will kind of work itself down in there. And if you have to shove it down in there, just kind of use the tip a little bit, right? It doesn't look pretty, but definitely looks a lot better with this black stuff as opposed to the clear. Now you can see right here, this tire is starting to pull away from the rim just a little bit, but you want to catch it before it fully does, because during a run, it could totally just pull right away and just shred the tire really bad. And that's probably what caused that really bad rip on the other tire. So I've already kind of cleaned it out really well. You can't really see much dirt in there. So what you'll do is you'll take your glue and you'll pull it away, and you want to start on one end. So find an end. It kind of starts right here. Here's the worst part of it. So you're gonna put the glue right in the edge, start around here, and apologize for my kids banging on the doors upstairs. Start here, right down in the crack, and just kind of work your way across the pull. All right, just kind of squeeze it. All right, and you're gonna get all the way to the end of it. I feel like I'm getting towards the end of this little damage here. Or maybe not, it keeps going sometimes. I'm just gonna run it around the whole rim. That way you have a nice solid seal. Over here it's really not pulling at all, but I'll just still put a tiny little bead. Around here again, you're just hitting up the area where the rubber meets the plastic, and you're pulling it so that if there is a little bit of separation, the glue will work itself down in there. And that one is nice and solid. Back with the big boy. All right, so just like any other repair, you're gonna start on one end. I'm not gonna start here, I'm gonna end here. I'm gonna start actually where the rip probably started, which is right in this corner. You can kind of see it started ripping right there and pulling away. So I've already kind of pulled it away and out of the tire. It was actually in like that, right? That's how it was, okay? But I pulled it out so it's easier to repair. So you just kind of pull it out and go right to the source in the beginning of it. So right here. So we're gonna glue it, and this is where I'm definitely gonna be getting some glue on myself. And I don't really care because I want these tires to be done right. So I'm gonna kind of shove it down in there, hold it for a second, and kind of just glue it as I go. Try to keep it in light so y'all can see what I'm doing here. Just kind of go section by section, just push it down in there. If it starts rising up a little bit, it's okay, it's not quite dry. But you want to just go back and make sure the whole thing is staying. It's kind of good to pull it out because you're really getting a huge contact area, and that's going to help hold the glue. Just squirt it all over this big chunk right here. And you don't want to go absolutely too crazy, because then you could get it on the foam. I'm going to try not to get the glue on the foam. Now, I'm just going to hold this here for a minute. This is not a perfect job. It's not going to be something that now these tires are going to last another month or two. I might get another 2, 3, 4, 5 runs out of these. And in fact, in the comments below, I'm going to put how many runs I actually get out of this repair, so you guys kind of know how successful this was. Okay, so now we got two sides of the lip here that I'm going to have to work with. And this is going to be a little tricky here. So I'm going to start down here in the crack. And I'm going to try not to get it too much into the foam area. And y'all can hear my cat. That's awesome. And I'm going to squeeze that part together. I'm just going to hold it. Just going to hold that part. Probably fast forward this part of the video. Just blowing a little bit. Put a little bit more glue back here. Connect it. And now I'm just going to try to hit the last chunk of this in one piece. I just want to get enough glue on there that you can kind of work it in and kind of just squish it back and forth. So you know there's plenty of glue on both edges, so the lips of the tire are grabbing a hold of each other. And you don't want too much glue on the outside, so I'm not going to add any more. I'm just kind of spreading out what's there so it's not too clumpy. Makes it kind of smooth. You don't want to add too much glue and go too crazy, because here's the thing, you got glue on this side of the tire, there's not big chunks of glue on the other side of the tire, so you want to try to work with the balancing of the tire too. So I've kind of run all the way around this tire, What I'm going to do now that I'm pretty happy with how this looks. It seals up. It's pretty flat. And you want to make sure that the lips of the tire are flat against each other, right? And it looks pretty good to me. And now I'm just going to kind of just run this bead around the whole tire, just like on the others, just to kind of add some durability to it. Now, it wouldn't hurt to do this with brand new tires. Brand new tires, you can grab some of this glue, and even though it's not pulling away, just add a little bead like this around the whole thing. It's just going to help your future. Now I'm getting into the area where it's already torn away, and I'm not super happy with how that's raised up a little bit there. But sometimes they even come from the factory a little bit raised up, so I'm not too worried about it. So now I'm kind of gluing on top of the outside of where I've already glued it, where the tear was. So it's kind of like double protection here. Again, this is not going to be something that is going to last me 6 months with these tires. The other 3 tires might last a long time, might last 4 to 6 months of normal bashing. This might last me 5 or 6 or 7 packs, right? Maybe more, we'll see. I'll put it in the comments below. But that is pretty much it, guys. That is how you do a basic tire maintenance. You know, you want to make sure you're inspecting your tires after each run. If you have like dirt or grass shoved in there, clean it all out. If there's anything in that crack, you want to get it out and glue it, because that means that there's no contact right there with the glue, and it could pull away and cause what this was. I think this was caused because for 2 or 3 runs, I forgot to check my tires, and I usually do, and I didn't this time. And I just turned my punch settings up, and my car was flipped over, and I tried to pull it out of an upside down spin, and it just ripped loose on me. So it was kind of my fault for not inspecting and for my own driving. But that's about it, guys. So again, hopefully this is helpful. This is just a quick video on how to do repairs with this IC2000 and isopropyl alcohol, clean it up real good. And hopefully this is helpful to you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all checking this video out, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.